Lucky day, Tom.
Hallelujah. Amen. Yes. It's our lucky day.
It must be, because we are back with Pastor Swims, and we got to hear a lot about Hopewell Missionary Baptist Church and their backpack program, which is an incredible program. But now we're going to switch gears a little.
Yeah, switching hats,
and we're going to talk about Jackson CEO, which is a unique program of talented high school kids, talented individuals. And so tell us a little bit about the Jackson CEO program.
Yes, Jackson CEO is an amazing program. CEO stands for Creating Entrepreneurship Opportunities. And so this was started in Effingham, Illinois, literally up north, just a little bit from here, by Craig Livall. He was a teacher in school district, and he had an idea about, hey, I know we teach from the books, but what if we gave kids more of an experience to be able to learn through experience? And so he went to the school board, had the idea. They said, hey, we don't have the money for it. He says, that's the only thing. If I come back with money, can we do it? They said, yeah. He went, found the grant, and the rest was history. Now with over 70 programs throughout literally Illinois, Minnesota, Arizona, they're all over the place. And Jackson CEO is one of those programs where we meet Monday through Friday with juniors and seniors in high school, teaching them entrepreneurship skills. So they're learning how to write business plans. They're learning about the power of networking. They're learning how to organize the business. So this year's class, they're putting together a concert, shameless plug, that's going to take place on Saturday, January the 13th at Route 51. It's going to feature Cat Daddy-O and J-Sound. So you have two different genres of music coming together. It's going to have food. It's going to be a great night. And so they end the semester, second semester, they do individual businesses, where they create their own business, a product, a service, or an event. And they'll showcase it at their trade show in the spring. Last year's class did an amazing job. They had graphic design, clothing, art. One young lady, Anna McClure, she had art. I think she brought in maybe 10, 15 pictures. She walked away for like 2. Because people were buying on great art. It's such an amazing opportunity for them to be able to see their dreams and their visions come alive, and people come and purchase with real money because they're juggling this, school, work, relationships, life, and everything else. But they're up early every morning. Some driving a good 30 minutes to come there, dressed professionally, ready. And to even now, we have a group of 8. And to see the difference in them now from August has been amazing. We spoke last week at the chamber luncheon, and one of the guys that got up, and he was like, man, August, I never would have got in front of people and spoke. But he did it confidently last Tuesday with no issues. I couldn't even tell he was nervous until he said that. But it's just so amazing to see them learn about the different things that we have here in Southern Illinois. So it really broadens up their minds and opens their eyes to what we have right here in Southern Illinois, to be able to, I tell them all the time, you don't have to stay here forever, but you can start here. All the resources that are here, from SBDC to the network and then meeting the different people that they've met, such a good opportunity for them to be able to start businesses here and maybe even continue them, even going out somewhere, but maybe coming back and keep doing it. But they see that there's so much here in Southern Illinois that they can be able to do. It's great.
And I think one of the great things is most of these sessions are on site at local businesses.
Yeah. So we meet gracious hosts at Egyptian Election. They have been phenomenal at hosting us. I mean, the room is ready for whatever type of conference you want to have. I mean, we have the technology with the TV. We got mics if we need a mic, podium. I mean, they have been so gracious to us and so appreciative to them for hosting us again this year. They have been great. Yep. So we meet locally right here, right there in Murfreesboro at Egyptian Electric.
And this is kind of real world experience, right? So this is outside of the classroom, outside of what they would normally get, and really shows them what kind of things are they learning? Like, what are some of the topics that you teach?
So we look at business plans. We look at financials, profit and loss sheet, a balance sheet. So they're learning all those different things. We do a lot about we had a speaker today just kind of came and shared his story from, he was told by an administrator at SIU that he wasn't the right fit to be able to represent the school, but now he's a PhD student getting ready to graduate in May with his doctorate degree, started some businesses and just sharing his background with them. And it was great for them to be able to hear someone else's story about how they got got to where they are and where they started from. And so many of them, they're able to see speakers come in and be transparent and to share. You see, this looks successful, but you don't know the story of what I've had to go through to be able to get here. And then learn that entrepreneurship is not just you being the boss and kicking your feet up on the table and sitting back while everybody else works. It's more than that. It may be some years before you even kick your feet up. And then is that even the idea of an entrepreneur being able to kick your feet up? No, there's still work to be done. And so they're learning about different businesses that we're able to go to and just kind of see the behind the scenes of how their different organizations work and what they're doing. Customer service, human resources, and just, we learn so much. And so we meet for an hour and a half, get all that in within that time frame, and then they head back to school. And so even in spite of that, even like today, we had a short meeting before our speaker came. Hey, we got class business. Here's where we are. Here's what we need to get to. Hey, here's what everybody's responsible to sell so many tickets so that we can be able to reach our goal of what we want to do. And so when it comes to the class business, they are hands-on. They met with Chris Harris at Route 51. They looked at the place. They decided that was going to be a good spot or not. They went over the contract with him and decided what, the prices of, different things of what they would need. They took care of all of that. If they need something, I'll send them a contact with their meeting with people to be sponsors for the event. I do none of that. I just create pathways for them to be able to make those connections, but they're learning how they have to communicate. They're working with other people. Hey, you're not pulling your weight. You got to get this. You have to be involved. You got to speak up. You got to talk. I just may ask a question, put it out there, but it's up to them to be able to make it happen together as a team. So they're learning how to work together as a team, a diverse group of people, because in life, you're going to work with people that may be different than you, that may think differently than you, may believe differently than you on certain things, but you still have to find a common ground to be able to work with them for the greater good of what you're doing.
I will tell you, I have done past and present, and I've spoken on marketing and branding, and it started out as branding, but you had mentioned communication. I was in the hot seat, and you talk about transparency, and so there was one student, and I don't want to call anybody out, and plus I don't remember his name off top, but I know great question, like not questions to like genuine questions that I think I would be asking openly and honestly about how to make it through, and they learn, I think, not only through Pastor Swims, but businesses, the spiritual part of the business is real. Like you have to be able to handle the downfalls and who do you go to, right? Because we see all the time businesses that crumble, or things happen in those businesses because they don't really have a good foundation to go to. And so that part I know it's indirectly part of what the program is, but I appreciate the fact that you bring that element to it too. But the focus is definitely the combat boots on, you're in there, you got to make it happen. You give them a lifeline, but you're like, you're going to have to swim. I'm not swimming out to you. Here it is.
And you mentioned something. That's what I love about it as well, is that the speakers that we have, they're transparent. We had one, they shared with us that they had a business or whatever, but one of their businesses, it didn't work out, that they had to close it. But they weren't afraid to be able to tell that and why and what their next plans are with it. And they asked questions about it, like, hey, how did you feel? You're like, what went through your mind? And they were able to share with them, this is how I felt. I felt like a failure because I had to shut down this business I thought was doing so well. But they grew from their mistakes to be able to do better on some ends that they didn't know well, and realized that I may have to hire some people out to do that, or I have to grow in that area. So next time I know what to do better. So it's such a great opportunity for them to be able to just learn. So they learn so much about themselves. I love it because one exercise that we do is that they write a letter to themselves in the first week of class about what they want to get out of it. No one reads it but themselves. And I give it to them the day before class ends, and they read it. And some of them are blown away about, man, like, yeah, I did learn that. Yeah, I did grow in this way. For them to be able to see the growth, over these past few months it's phenomenal.
And this is just experience they aren't going to get anywhere else. And listen, if that's not dedication to find some high school kids that will get up early to commit to an extra hour and a half a day with everything else they have going on is just incredible. It's dedication.
Amen.
I don't have a way to get here. Figure out how you're going to get here. You got to get here. Figure it out.
Now, I think some of them carpool, don't they?
Some, but they figured it out. So they learn how to lean on each other. One guy, his car, it's messed up. So he put in the group chat the other night, I need a ride. Somebody else, okay, I'll come get you. Be ready at this time. So they're learning. I may have to lean on someone else to help me, but that's life. You're gonna need people. You're gonna need the right people in your life, all your life.
Yeah, I learned that in the military.
Yeah.
And so I think those kids are getting not quite the dramatic effect of going in the military, but they're getting the byproduct of what it means to have each other's back and support that. And, you know, whether or not these kids go on to start their own businesses, they've developed the habits and the skills to make them very employable or to be managers or to be leaders, right? And so it's a great.
You know, we had one that he applied for school. He said, hey, Mr. Swins, would you mind doing a recommendation letter for me? Absolutely. You think my mentor wants to? I said, yes. I said, everyone that you come in contact with and you continue to stay in contact with them, they would love for an opportunity to be able to talk about you. And they're seeing it. They're seeing the power of that networking even after CEO is over. The people that they've connected with, past mentors and other people that they've met, they've created a nice network of people that they know now.
So the money that you want to raise for Jackson CEO, is it going to go towards anything specific, or is it just the program in general?
The program in general, you know, so many different things that we would like to do. Like one thing, and I hope I'm not speaking out of turn, I avoid you to be upset, but I don't think you will. One of the things I would love to do is to offer like some type of incentive. Gas is high, and some weeks we are not at Egyptian at all. Like every day we're driving somewhere, going somewhere. Nobody complains, but I would love to do an incentive to be able to give a $20 gas card, you know, for here, you know, just for certain things like that, or, you know, different things like that, just to say that I appreciate you making the sacrifices and coming out. Like I said, no one complains about it. They get up, they do what they have to do. They know, hey, if class started at 7:30, I need to be there before 7:30 because we start at 7:30. And so to do different things like that, to be able to enhance the program even more. We're getting ready to go to an etiquette dinner. We're partnering with another CEO group going to meet at Green Lake College for an etiquette breakfast in February. So again, a gas card, different things to take care of that will be great. That's, you know, in addition to what we're doing in the program, but again, networking, meeting other students like themselves, an etiquette breakfast, knowing how to handle yourself at the table. Hey, put your phone up for a second. You're supposed to have dialogue, certain things that you may not know, but learning all of those different things is huge. It's huge. And it takes the skills that they're learning now, they're used forever. They're used forever in life.
Yeah, absolutely. Because, you know, when you think about that mentorship, you know, that was a big thing when I was coming into the business world, right? You always had that person that was your mentor that you kind of worked under, and you could see what those social cues were, what that etiquette was, how business worked. And so if you don't have that, it's really hard to find your way when you're just starting. So that's a crucial part of the program, I'm assuming, just being able to have those skills that you can take to, you know, a job, a profession, a career, or starting a business, whatever that looks like for them.
Yep, it's huge.
All right. So if anybody wants to donate and support this amazing program and these kids, not only these kids, but the future kids and this program, they need to go down, look at the 3 steps in the description below, search for Jackson CEO, choose the amount that you want, and make sure you donate and support that. Let's be honest, people complain about kids every generation, and but I'm going to tell you, I've not met one in this program that I didn't feel was going to be the next Steve Jobs, or like the confidence that you see in them. So if you really want to invest in kids in the future, and hopefully bring business to your community, at least in Jackson County, or neighboring counties, they might take their businesses elsewhere. It's a great program to donate to. And if you're wanting to be a mentor, reach out or provide services from a business. I know businesses donate to you as well. And also one last plug for the concert.
Yes, January the 13th. If you go on our Facebook page, you can be able to find the link to be able to purchase tickets, $25 for it with dinner, or $15 if you just want to have a good time with the music.
What a deal.
Yeah, it is.
Chris makes great food out there too.
He sure does. Real good food.
That happens to be real close to my birthday. So if you wanted... If you were looking for a birthday present for me.
Do I need to talk to your husband? Do I need to talk to your husband?
Right, yeah.
Well, no, I didn't mean it that way. I meant, do I need to talk to him because in case he's already got plans for you?
This is true.
He might.
So, okay, I'll tell you what right here. live. So yeah, I will buy 4 tickets if you get it approved for your birthday.
All
We'll go.
right.
We'll go.
Awesome.
Sounds good.
All right, there you
We'll
go.
be there.
Thank you so much.